Foundations crew, welcome back. Today in class we went through the squat series. We're going to do a quick review on the air squat, the front squat, and the overhead squat. All right, I'm going to talk about the points of performance. Nicole's going to demo. We're going to start with the air squat. You start with your feet about shoulder width apart and your toes slightly flared out. You're looking straight ahead, nice neutral position, core is pretty tight. You're going to root your weight in the back of your heel as you send your hips backwards and raise your arms up. I'm having Nicole sink down to the bottom. Good. So here we're noticing her knees are tracking over her toes. She's rooted kind of in her midfoot or the back of her heel, not up on her toes. And then she's going to stand nice and tall. Good. Now I want you to think about her depth. She's trying to get that hip crease like we talked about today, just a touch below her knee. So as she goes down nice and slow, I want to stop right here. Good. That's about a quarter of the way down. Fight a little bit deeper. Stop about halfway. Good. That's where a lot of people want to stop. If you had a marble on your knee, we'd want it to roll backwards. So she's going to sink down to that full range of motion. That's where that marble would start to descend backwards, and now she's going to stand up. One more thing I want to talk about. As she descends to the bottom, notice the angle here of her back. She goes down. If she were to lose her core stability, she would kind of round and turn over. If you could drop your core. Good. So no core, kind of lost that stability. She wants that nice upright chest so that back is in a good position, and then she's going to stand tall. That's our air squat. I'm going to have Nicole come over here and grab the barbell. We're going to talk front squat. All the same points of performance apply. So she's going to have her feet nice and flat on the ground, weight rooted in the heel. She's going to be in a good neutral position with her core nice and tight. The position of the barbell is now what we're going to focus on. Her elbows are going to be pointing straight ahead, as if she had two lasers, the end of her elbows, and they were trying to shoot the wall across from her. Triceps are parallel to the ground. She's going to descend back by breaking at the hip, pushing her hips back. Weight is going to stay centered, and most important thing, elbows are going to stay in that nice high position. Go ahead and stand, Nicole. Common mistake, as people descend, the elbows start to drop. Just slightly, Nicole, go ahead, drop those elbows as you descend. Good. This sends the weight forward and your body forward. Drive the elbows up, fight, 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 fight. Good. Now her chest is upright, back's in a better position. Go ahead and stand. All the same points of performance, but our big focus on the front squat is the position of the elbows. Next, we're going to transition to the overhead squat. She's going to drop the bar to her waist. She's going to get that nice wide grip. So that barbell is going to fall right at her waist. If she was in a little bit, narrow with her hands, it would kind of go to her thighs. So she's going to drive those arms out. Barbell's now at her waist, at her hip crease. Her hands are outside of these rings, which we went over in class, hard to see on the video, but a good kind of marker for you to grab onto. She's going to bring the bar up over her head. This is our focus for this position. We want her armpits to be forward, and we want her shoulders to be nice and engaged. So if she was soft in her shoulders, the bar would be settling down, elbows would be starting to cave in. We're going to really focus on that emphasis of driving that bar up, so we have a nice solid position with our shoulder. The second thing happens is the shoulders start to drive forward a little bit, internal rotation. We want them to drive out in that external rotation. Rotate just a little bit towards Dave. Good. Now you can see that arm position a little bit better. Same principles apply with the squat. Neutral position with her feet, shooting back at her hips, knees track over the toes, not going forward out in front of them, but just kind of driving out and not in. Go ahead, drop down to the squat. And that bar position stays right over the midline of her body. Go ahead and stand. So if we were to draw a line from the back of Nicole's head all the way down through her heel, that's where that bar is going to stay. If she lets that bar go too far forward, go ahead, down. The weight's going to pull her forward, her chest is down, and then eventually the bar is going to fall. So stand back up. Bar goes forward. Another unsafe position is pulling the bar too far back behind. So bar's going to go back, 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 kind of driving that position. Go ahead and stand. Tough on the shoulder, and you don't really feel balanced with a good load on your head. So her goal is to try to keep that neutral position and then fall down into a really good squat. Good. One more. Awesome. Feel free, guys, to refer back to this video if you need any helps with the tips or pointers on the air squat, front squat, or overhead squat.